Good morning, and it is a beautiful morning here in Gilbert, Arizona. Luisa and I, the goddess of being, that's her, and I took off yesterday from Park City, made our southern trek, and nice, beautiful drive. Southern Utah and northern Arizona is just gorgeous. Nice to be here. Hey, Mom. My mom's the first one watching. How cool is that? Today is Thursday. I'm off to see the Wizard, the one and only Steve Hardison. Very excited about that. Had a wonderful 12. Casey, what's up, brother? Back in your neck of the woods. Very excited to go see Mr. Hardison this morning. Nothing like a long 12, 13-hour drive to get the ideas flowing and creativity going. So many beautiful ideas popping through. So last week, I think it was last week. Time blurs a little bit. Last week I led a webinar, a 90-minute webinar, and it was titled "Your Created Life: An Introduction to Working at the Level of Being." And the idea was very simple. Sub Belle. Good morning, Queen. Queen Sub Belle. So the idea was, the question really was, could I walk people through the process, methodology, framework, whatever you want to call it, that I use to distinguish being with my clients, with my one-on-one clients, then in my group work. Could I do that in 90 minutes and make it really, really accessible? And it was cool. It worked out so well. I had about 55 people, and it was so much fun. But what I wanted to share about was, as a lead-in to, leading up to the webinar, I like to engage participants. I like to get them thinking and get a sense of what's going on. And I asked two questions. I said, the first question was, what is it that you want freedom from? What are you looking for freedom from? When I was marketing the webinar, what I said was, I'm going to share with you a framework I use that will create the possibility that you can have freedom from worries about money, freedom from self-doubt, freedom from constant overthinking, freedom from not living up to your potential. And then the second question was, what do you want to create? Jeremy de la Garza, what's up, brother? So it was really interesting, right? And what was really interesting for me was the similarities. Right now, to be clear, the whole webinar, this wasn't going to be a technique or tools or tips and tricks. This was going to be an exploration of how would you, hello Martha, good morning. How does one distinguish being in the realm of looking to shift, create change, create transformation in your life so that you can eliminate the things that you don't want and create the things you do. And what was so moving, I think is the right word, was how similar, how alike, I'll say, everybody's responses were. What I'll also say is how we all are. We all want the same things. We all want to stop worrying about money. We all want to stop overthinking. We all want to know we're living up to our potential. We all want to, there's a whole list of things. It's universal. Our our ways of being are producing so much of these doubts and concerns and fears. And no matter how hard we work out here, it seems nobody's cracked the code of that. In my private practice and my one-on-one clients, mostly my one-on-one clients tend to be older. Hello, Penny Orton. Good morning, beautiful. My clients tend to be older, mostly white men, successful old white men. Now, not all of them. I got all kinds of clients. But, well, look at me, right? It's not surprising I'm going to relate well to these guys. And, you know, one could argue that that demographic has what everybody else wants. They got the money. They got the success. They got impact businesses. They got whatever everybody else is chasing. And I can promise you, their list is the same. Wrap your head around that. Their list is the same as your list. I work with guys got tens of millions, hundreds of millions in the bank, and all they want is to be free from the fear about worrying about money. Now everybody goes, well, if I had it, well, I wouldn't worry. Yeah, you would, because it ain't out there. It's in here. It's the being that's producing it, which is why this work is so important, which is why this Facebook community is so important, which is why all the incredible people that are contributing and being in the conversation is important. I want to acknowledge Eric Lofholm this morning. All of this infrastructure. Joan Claire, good morning. Joan was at the thing last week. You can ask her about it. Without Eric Lofholm, we wouldn't be sitting here chatting with each other. We wouldn't be able to have this conversation. Without people like Lorraine, beautiful, incredible Rain, who has done book reading. She hosted a beautiful conversation last week on the ultimate relationship or relationships. That was so fun. I could go on and on, right? I'm not, hey Jamie, good morning. I'm not trying to name everybody, what have you. I'm just really expressing gratitude this morning for this incredible community and all the people in it and all the people that contribute. I've never seen any group like this, right, in any social medium. So it's all really exciting. Anyway, feeling very grateful this morning and looking forward to my visit with the wizard today, which I'll give you all an update on. Thank you. Thank you, Jeremy, brother. I make these notes. And I'm like, what do I want to talk about? And yesterday was a very prolific day. Here's one I want to talk about really quick. And it's my sincere hope that this serves people watching. One of the things that showed up in a lot of the people's list of what do they want freedom from, what do they want to create, is this idea of being in the moment, peace in the moment. Thank you, Martha. That's very sweet. Being in the moment, peace in the moment, enjoying the moment. So many people want that, right? Just the ability to be here, now, right? I was in the car 12, 13 hours yesterday, and I kept finding myself coming back to, I want to be here, right? I want to enjoy this, not when am I going to be in Arizona? What's the Airbnb going to be like? Is they going to have the nice stuff? Is it going to be like, I want to be right here. Everybody wants that. So people say they want to be more present. Maybe give a thumbs up if you want to be more present, right? One little button there. Everybody wants to be more present. Speaking of presence, in Park City, there was a beautiful little coffee shop, Garden Cafe, which I just loved. They had the absolute best croissant breakfast sandwiches. They had not just breakfast, but man, I love a breakfast sandwich. I love croissant breakfast sandwiches more than anything. And theirs was perfect. I mean, like, the eggs were fluffy and the sausage was good and the cheese was perfect, and most of all, the croissant was crispy on the outside. It was amazing. I probably had a dozen in the last 3 months that I was up there. I would always go over there. And I got to tell you, the expectation of eating the croissant, getting there, sometimes I'd find myself halfway through this incredible, beautiful creation of a croissant and realize I hadn't actually tasted a single bite. I was so excited or hungry or whatever it was. I wasn't in the moment. So whether it's watching your kids play a baseball game or feeling the appreciation and gratitude of others or eating a frickin' croissant sandwich, I had to stop and go, let me just enjoy this now. Let me experience everything. Like, there's nothing else in the world. I don't need to be checking my phone while I'm tasting the flaky crust. I don't need to be thinking about, I don't need to do nothing. Just enjoy the damn croissant sandwich. So, my point is this. There is no, at least in my experience, permanent way of being. Oh, that sun's coming around the palm tree here. No permanent way of being in the present, right? Our mind is always thinking. We have these thoughts. And I don't know about you, but my experience of my thoughts might be similar to your experience of your thoughts. And that is, I've got a lot of thoughts about in front and a lot of thoughts about in back and very few thoughts about what's going on here, right? I'm catching myself while I'm talking. What did I say 2 minutes ago? Was that right? Should I clean that? No, I'm just going to keep talking. I'm going to be here. So here's what I want to say about being present. People say they want to be more present. They want to be more present. People wrote it in the little form. I want to be more present. You cannot be more present. Think about that. Present is binary. Either you are here now or you're not. I want to be more present is in the future. The irony. Oh, man. It's in the future. Hey, Pete. Good morning, brother. Being more present is an idea about what you want to create in the future. Not even now. So even this idea, I want to be more present, takes us out of the present. You can only be present now. And now, and now, and now, and yeah, now. I'll be present right now. So, if you want to be, good morning, Chris, present, first of all, notice when you have ideas like I'll be more present, or I need to be more present, or I wasn't present yesterday. Well, that's not now either. And the second thing here is, remember, all you need to do to be present is notice when you're not. I'll say that again real slow. All you need to do to be present is notice if you're not. If I can notice and catch myself not being with my amazing croissant egg and sausage sandwich, well, I can shift to I'm going to be with my croissant sandwich right now. If I'm noticing, if I catch myself being not being present with my wife or with a client or even in Steve's office, I can say, oh, look, there I am, not being not present. I think I'll be present now, and then now, and then now. It's a moment-by-moment choice. You can't be more present, ever. You either are present in this moment or not. And thinking about how much you were present last week, kind of creating a scoring matrix, well, all that does is keep you from being present now. Well, the sun is deciding, it's getting warm, that our chat will come to an end for now, and now, and now. So I would invite you today to play a simple game. Notice when you're not present. And in that moment, choose to be present. And don't worry about that you weren't present, and don't worry about if you will be present. Just notice when you're not. Much love to you all. Have an amazing day.